coming in on the fundamental side, but Kunal, talk to us about how Infosys is shaping up on the charts and this recent worry that we had coming in first from the US, then from the Europe, and then from China as well in terms of how the AI race is shaping up. Of course, the Indian IT space saw big cuts in the previous week. For our viewers who have missed buying into that rally, would you now suggest buying into IT? Is that something that still looks good given how positive this Infosys news is?
See, I think there could be a point where the IT stocks would be very attractive in terms of risk reward. But my only catch over here is that if the news flow is surrounding the stock prices and that's leading to a bounce or if that's leading to a correction, then the situation is still very volatile. Now, in fact, over the last 1 week, 10 days, we've seen a 20 to 25% drop in the IT index. I think if I'm not wrong, from 39,500 levels thereabouts for the IT index, just about a month back or a couple of weeks back, we had fallen down to as much as 31,400 levels. And that's a sharp 7,500, 8,000 points kind of a correction for an index like Nifty IT, which constitutes almost 30% odd weightage, 25 to 30% odd weightage on the Nifty 50. So I think for an index to correct in that magnitude in such a short span of time will have an impact. But my only concern is that with news flow surrounding the stock prices, there could be a point where the volatility would still be there. In these scenarios, it's always better for someone who's buying the IT stocks. I think it's always better to try and fragment this into a staggered buying. So you can maybe look to buy 1/3 of your expected quantity at current levels in case if the stocks drop by another 5% to 10% broadly from their 1 day, 2 day swing highs. Then that could be another point where you may look to buy additional capital. And the third phase, I think, should ideally be deployed once the volatility and the news flow subsides for the sector. That would generally determine that we've reached a neutral point in terms of price territory for many of these IT names.
Okay, so that's the investment strategy when it comes to some of these IT stocks. But viewers, on that note, time to slip into a very short break. On the other side, we'll be joined by fundamental guests as well to make better sense of the market moves that we've seen today and what to expect in the days to come. So stay tuned and we'll be taking this conversation ahead on the other side of this break.